Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, it is November the 22nd. All right, almost a couple of days from Thanksgiving. We will slow down and take a break next week. But let's get into some topics right now for Medicare and ACA. And then I've got a question that I've never been asked, and I'll kind of jump into that and explain that. Hopefully I got, let's see here. I don't know if I've got a whiteboard. No, I sure don't, but I try to do my best on here. Okay, so hottest topics right now, a couple of things for you guys to remember on the Medicare side of the house is be very, very aware that that we have a bunch of non-commissionable plans. The good thing is that if you're using one of the enrollment platforms like Sunfire, the good thing about that is, let's see here. The good thing about that is that they've been removed from that platform, or you're going to get a notification there that plan is non-commissionable. So be very, very aware of that. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to sell some plans and don't get comped on. The second thing that I think is important on the Medicare side of the house is for income purposes, guys. You all want to make sure on all of your Medicare Advantage plans that you are offering a hospital indemnity plan. Super important that you're doing that, okay? I'm going to walk you through a very simple indemnity quote. Okay, you're going to be amazed at how easy and quick this is. All right, let's go take a quick look here. I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. All right, here we go. All right. So you're taking a look at this is the quote screen. Now, I like to use Heartland National. And if you don't have a contract with Heartland National, email me. Ivan, can you post my email up on here when you get a chance? But let's get in here and run a quick quote. So let's say that you're visiting with or you presented a Medicare Advantage plan, and you're in the middle of presenting or going over the summary of benefits with your insured. As you're going through those lines, those line items, when you get to the hospital copay. Now, in my area for an HMO, the bigger carriers, it's about $75 a day for 5 days. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to run the quote. All right. All right, so I don't have a $75 option, so I'm just going to choose the $100 option, and I'm going to choose it for 5 days. Okay, we're going to assume that my insured is in Texas and that they qualify for this household discount, which is they're married, and that's it. Okay, pretty easy. All right, now keep going through your line items on your summary of benefits. When you get to the ER portion, ERs are about 120, somewhere in that ballpark. Well, this already has a built-in reimbursement of $150. Okay, that's already included in this. And then you keep going through your line items. And then when you get to the ambulance, then you discuss what those copays are going to be for air and ground. And then you select this. Now, this is the base plan. Okay, I always start off with just this. 10 measly freaking dollars. If you can't sell this, you probably suck. Or you probably aren't even offering it. Okay, but do the insureds a favor and offer it. Hey, Mr. Insured, look, here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to take care of your hospital copay. I'm going to take care of your ER copay. And I'm going to reimburse you $200. You may have to pay more depending on the plan that you're offering, but I'm going to take care of $200 of that charge. Okay, now, as you're going through and you're explaining the summary of benefits, when you get to the therapeutic radiation section, some carriers have a copay, some carriers have coinsurance that they'll have to meet up to the maximum out of pocket. Either way, cancer is expensive. So you're going to want to go here to lump sum cancer and pick an amount. I like to start at 10, right in the middle. Okay. More than likely, these insureds are going to hit their maximum out of pocket. And with cancer, guys, there isn't a timeline. So they may hit 2 maximum out of pockets, okay, in 2 different years. So take it up to 10, okay, and then start with that $40. Now you've got to put your sales hat on, Mr. Client. Okay, I got a plan. Here's your Advantage plan with this $0 premium. Here's the indemnity where I'm going to take care of these things. Total, you're looking at $40.55. What do you think? You want to pay for it with a credit card or a checking account, a routing number and a checking account number. That's it. Boom. And you breeze through it. If they're, oh, I can't afford that. I don't like to push a product that they can't afford, because then they may just do it to satisfy you, but they're going to cancel down the road. So we don't want that. So no problem. Let's work with this. Okay. Remember, we got 4 items. Give me a budget that works with you, because I don't want you to cancel this. Okay. And they're like, okay, you know what? I can do $30. Perfect. Let's start knocking this down. Let's go to 5,000. I'm at 25. Let's go to 6,000. I'm at 28. 7,000. Can you do 31? No, I said 30. Perfect. Okay, let's go down to 6. Okay, $28. That's the best I can do. 28 or 31, you pick. Okay, and they take it. Okay, so by the way, this is a $6,000 benefit. You're not going to get 10. You're going to get 6. They'll write you a check to you upon the diagnosis of a life-threatening cancer. Okay, they want it. Boom. Now we go to apply now. Okay, if they're 65 and a window of 1 year, 6 months before or 6 months after, the medical questions are non-answerable. It's guaranteed issue. Outside of that window, you have to answer the questions. Okay, and then no matter what, if you're going to offer the cancer, they're going to have to answer these 2 questions. Simple. Past 5 years, have you had a diagnosis? And then in the past 2 years, have you experienced symptoms? Boom, you answer no, no, no. You issue the policy. Now, I will tell you this, that there's no initial underwriting when this is issued, but upon a claim, they are going to look into it and make sure that the insured didn't lie. Okay, so make sure that you are asking the health questions. Very, very important. All right, do we have any questions on that? Okay, and guys, remember, email me. If you don't have Heartland National, hit me up. But you should be offering this to every single client. Guys, it brings you another $200-300 in premium or in commissions. Okay, you're almost doubling your commissions from Medicare. All right, let's look at this. Rocky, good. Let's put Rocky. So Luis is hoping to start an agency, but already has a good lead source, as well as trained agents ready to go. Is it typically better to find an FMO or go direct? You can't go direct. The carriers are going to want you to go through some FMO. Okay, so I'm going to throw my name in the hat. Guys, we are very experienced and we train agents. I've kind of jumped into that field where we're training agents. So everybody and their mother and their dog will contract you. Okay, I'll tell you that. They're going to be very, very happy to offer you a contract. Okay, now what happens after the contracting is the good stuff. Okay, this is where they're either going to provide training and support. And a lot of organizations don't have that infrastructure or people to do it, or they have somebody who is not in the fight like we are. They're non-agents. They're freaking teaching from a book, all this theory. And like, really, have you ever been out in the field? Have you sold policies? Have you done home appointments? A lot of these guys, they get thrown into a role. Hey, you're going to train agents, and they try to do the best they can. At least with me, we'll give you carrier contracts. Okay, you're going to get the same commission, because commission on Medicare is standardized. Okay, so it's not going to change no matter where you go. The bottom line is you're buying a person who's going to train you and support you, and that's what we do. So if you haven't found an FMO who does that yet, we can help you out with that. Let's go to the question for Luis Garza. Okay, Luis, Heartland or AllState? Okay, both. Okay, Heartland is for my seniors. I use Heartland strictly for Medicare eligibles. Okay, these are your people that you're selling Medicare to. I use AllState for the people under 65. These would be my ACA people. Okay, so you should get both of them. So guys, if you don't have an indemnity plan out there for your under 65, hit me up. I'll send you contracting for AllState. Okay. Over 65 Medicare beneficiaries, I use Heartland National. All right, so there's my little spill on Medicare for today, the hot news. Okay, make sure that you're not screwing around with compliance. Okay, I tell agents, look, you got to wait 48 hours from the signature of a scope. It is what it is. I hate it. Okay, Now, if you get a phone in, a call in, well, it's the same thing, phone in, call in, a walk in, or it's the 4 days within the ending of a valid election, then you can bypass the 48-hour rule. Okay. Aside from that, you have to wait 48 hours. Okay. I wouldn't play with this thing. I mean, there's a customer complaint. They're going to look into that. And you have these people that are non-agents. They are just people, corporate people that are handling complaints, and they usually don't have a lot of sympathy for us agents. So, and they're like sticklers to the rule. So make sure that 2 days and 48 hours are not the same thing. Okay. 2 days, Monday. Let's say you get a signature Monday night. Does that mean you can go Wednesday morning? Well, it's 2 days. Yes, but they haven't met the 48-hour rule. So 48 hours means 48 hours. Okay. And beyond. All right, Erlene, let's get into your question here. Ivan, can you post it on the screen, please? Let's see here. I think I can do it. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So do we get an override for an agency if we establish an agency? Yes, you do. Okay. So whether it's ACA or Medicare, we set you up for that. Now, Medicare is not that easy to do it. Okay. With Medicare, if you're going to build an upline, or I'm sorry, a downline, you have to have a certain amount of agents by a certain amount of time period. Okay. And they're all different. I believe United wants you to have 5 agents within 6 months. Okay. Now they'll put you on a GA contract right away, and you've got a time period to bring 5. I think Humana or Aetna, I'm going to probably get these things reversed, but one of them wants you to have 10 agents within a certain time period. The other one wants you to have 25 agents. Okay. So on the Medicare side, it's a little more difficult, but it's very, very doable. On the ACA side, it's way easier. On the ACA side, then yes, we can set you up. So the ACA side, I'll be like way, way easier. So we get an agent that you want to recruit, you put them underneath you, and then you decide the spread. So what we'll end up doing is this. So let's say that you're here right now with me. Okay. What I'll do is I'll bump you up because you're going to recruit, which means I make less, but we're hoping you're going to make it in numbers. So I bump you up. So you make more on your commissions. And now what you can do is you can put people at your level. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make that spread. Okay. So everybody wins. On the ACA side, they say street a lot, street commit, but it doesn't mean anything. Street is street to different organizations. So as you work on a downline, as the downline gets deeper and deeper and deeper, the commissions are getting cut. Okay, it is what it is. But yes, we can definitely do that for you. All right, let's go to Professor Dietz. I like that. Okay, any exceptions for the text, email, or fill-in form and ask, is this for ACA or Medicare? Because now we have to do the same crap, except we don't have the 48-hour rule on the ACA side. Can you reply back and tell me, are we looking ACA or Medicare? Or I can just tackle both. Let's tackle both. For the SOA on the Medicare side, you can text it, you can email it, you can capture a voice signature or a voice SOA, and you can get a wet signature, regardless. Okay, well, if you're getting a wet signature, you're in person, but still, if it wasn't a walk-in or a phone-in, you've got to wait the 48-hour rule. So there really isn't any gray in that. It's kind of black and white. Okay. People do game it. I know they do. Okay. Again, you can game the system until you get caught. So what I mean by gaming it is walk into somebody and have an in-home appointment, a face-to-face, and call it a walk-in. But is it truly a walk-in? You don't have an office for them to walk into. Then what the heck are they walking into? So again, you can put whatever you want on Netscope, but at the time they're going to take the statement from the senior, and I don't like to do that because eventually, if you build a big book, you don't want to put it at risk. Okay, ACA, for those out there on the ACA world, I will tell you this. We don't have a 48-hour rule, but we do have a consent and confirmation rule. Okay. On the ACA side of the house, we have to capture consent. Now, we can capture consent by voice, text, email, digital signature, or wet signature. Okay. But you have to capture it before you do a search on the marketplace. Then once you capture it, you go do your search. Then you go through the whole process. And before you submit, you're supposed to capture a finalization or a confirmation that all the data that you entered is accurate. So what I have interpreted that rule to be, because nobody's put anything out, it's subject to interpretation, is I go to the I think it's 3 slides away or 3 clicks or whatever from finishing the application on Health Sherpa. And it looks like it says finalize. You'll see finalize on the top left. And then on the right, you see a print button. I print that. I print it as a PDF and I'll label it final at review for Professor Dietz. Then what I do is I go to my CRM, I load it in there. That way it's saved. And then I send you an email or a text. And it says, hey, Professor Dietz, please click on this link. And it opens up that finalization PDF that I just created. Review it and tell me if everything is correct. Just reply back with I confirm. I wait for that confirmation to come in. And then once I get it, then I can submit it. I get my eligibility. My eligibility pops up. Now I'm having a conversation with you about this eligibility. If you owe me anything on the ACA side, they may owe you some documents, citizenship, naturalization, income, social, whatever it is, you get those documents on the spot, okay, while you're talking to that insured. And then once you get them, then you can submit them and satisfy that requirement. Okay, time to twin it. Gotta love open enrollment. Yep, I do love it. Okay, my AEP so far is a little slow, but I'm fine with that. Okay, my OEP for ACA, we are up to, let's see here, 2025. Oh my goodness, we're doing so. We're way ahead of schedule, which is an awesome thing. We are 755. My goal was by today to be at 800. So Ivan, nobody's going home. There's no lunch, no restroom breaks, nothing, no water break until we hit 800 today. Yeah, we'll hit the 800 for sure. Gotta love it. I love ACA OEP. Ton of money. If you're sitting here thinking, well, what's 800 looking like? Man, 800 is looking at almost $250,000. Come on, baby. And that's annualized commissions. And that's not including the dental and vision that we're selling or the indemnity. All right. Now let's go into ACA. I love ACA. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm handling ACA. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. And then we can also even get into renewals. Let's go share. Okay. Guys are looking. I think it's the wrong tab. Let's see here. Nope, I'm sharing the right tab. Sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm sharing. Okay, let's get in here. All right, so I'm gonna plug in my zip. Let's say I get my 40-year-old, my 35-year-old female making $25,000. Boom, I'm here. All right, I get in here and I'm gonna enter doctors and meds because I already know that if I've got CSRs, I'm gonna go to a silver. Okay, normally. Okay, and now I've got 53 plans to sort through. Okay. If I don't have any doctors and meds, well, then I'm probably going to use the lowest premium as the plan to go with. But if I do have doctors and meds, well, now it's time to enter them. Boom, enter a doctor. Okay. Go enter a medication. Okay, enter all of them. Okay, and now you can start sorting. Well, with these two, with this one doc and this one med, now I see Oscar's really, really good. Okay, I would offer this. Okay, now let's say let's go into another doctor. Okay, enter this guy. Well, look, now this doctor doesn't take it. Time to have a conversation with my insured. Hey, this $2 plan here. When this one doc doesn't take it, I want both of them. Perfect. Let's go find different carriers. Okay. Now I'm at Aetna. Neither one of them takes it. WellPoint. Neither one of them. Imperial. Only one. So let's see if I hit a home run. I can do this, or I think if I go here and I put in network, it may take me to both of them. No, it only takes me to one of them. I knew that. Okay. And, I'm going to see if I hit a home run. I'm not hitting a home run. Nope. Man, I'm going to go to the very end where my premiums are super high. No, I don't think I'm hitting a home run. Let's go to Blue Cross. They have a pretty big network. Neither one of them. Wow. And it's just time to have a conversation. It is what it is. Okay. Now, let's assume they're going to take the Oscar plan. She's like, okay, I'm not too worried about Dr. Juarez. I'll find another doc. I'll go with this guy. Perfect. Okay. This is Ambetter. Regardless, let's say that this is what they're going to take. I'm like, okay, let's roll. Now, before I move forward, we got to have a discussion about this maximum out of pocket. Okay. We're also going to have a discussion about dental and vision. Now, this plan here has vision and adult dental, which I'm never going to offer. And these insurers are never going to pay $102 for. Okay. I don't know why it went there. I know why. I forgot to change this to lowest premium. Okay, so I go in here and I know I've got a $3,000 out of pocket. So I'm going to click on benefits and I'm going to have my DCCM conversation with the insurance. What's the deductible? What are my co-pays? What are my co-insurance? And what's my max out of pocket? And then after I've done my DCCM, then I'm going to go over here and tell them what's not covered, which is eye care for adults and then dental care for both adult and children. There is a little bit of vision, okay, but crap. Literally, I look at this and I think this is crap. Now what I'm going to do, now it's time to go and get my dental ready. Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to have my dental. Okay, I'm sharing my dental screen now. Okay, I'm going to go in here, plug in my zip. Look at how easy this is. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to pick a dental plan and a vision plan. One person. Boom. Done. Okay. I got good, better, best. Now, for people under 65, this Boost middle plan is the one to go with. Okay. Especially if they have kids because it covers child orthodontia. Okay. I click on the details and I got all the details of my plan. If I'm dealing with seniors, okay, and mainly seniors where maybe you're offering an MAPD plan that has no dental. I did one yesterday. It was a PPO, zero dental. I offered this dental plan. Or maybe you're doing a med sup. If you're offering med sups don't have dental. So you would offer not this middle plan, you'd offer the complete plan, which is geared more towards seniors. It's got a higher maximum benefit, and it's got a little hearing built into it. Dental, vision, this is the dental and the hearing. And then let's say that they choose this plan. Now you go to vision and you choose the vision plan. And then you're a few minutes away from closing that deal. But remember, we now have a max out of pocket that we've got to deal with. Okay. Remember that max out of pocket was $3,000. Most people don't have money for that. And they're going to owe it. Okay. The thoughts of like, you know what, I'll settle. Hospitals aren't settling anymore. They'd rather sue you. All right, so let's get in here. Effective date. No, 2024. Okay, zip code, date of birth. Heck, come on. There we go. Gender, quote. Okay, I'm going to go to accident. They don't smoke. And then I'm going to find a plan that best meets my $3,000 out of pocket. Okay. I have a $2,500 plan and a $5,000. Screw it. I'm going to offer the $5,000 and then start high and work my way down. Okay. So I'm going to do the $22. Okay. But now this $22 plan is only covering accident. It starts off at a base called the AME, the accident medical expense. It's going to reimburse them for a covered accident up to whatever benefit amount you choose. Okay. Now I'm going to go add the sickness. Okay. Ups the premium. But now if they're hospitalized and they're in the hospital for 24 hours, they write them a check for the $5K, $48. Now we have a conversation with the insured. I have a $48 premium. Okay. I've got, I think the dental was, let's just see, the dental was 38 and the vision was 16 and the health plan was $2. All right. Now conversation time. Mr. Insured, I got a package for you. This package includes a bunch of things. The package cost is $104. Okay, here's what it includes: your ACA plan, dental, vision, accident, hospital. Boom. How do you want to pay for it? Ooh, I can't afford $100. All right, remember, we got a package of 5 things and they're a la carte. What is not important to you? Well, my vision is perfect. Let's take off the vision and you subtract that premium. And you start playing with numbers. Then finally, this is what you do. They decide to tell you what they want to do. Then you get to the final. Here's the final. Okay, you close the deal, congratulate them. Hey, thank you, appreciate you, we love you, la, la, la. By the way, you are missing out on the most important insurance that you need to have. What's that? Life insurance. Okay, I've already ran a quote for you based on your age and the fact that you don't smoke. And you're already going to have an idea on what meds are taking, so you can kind of do some upfront underwriting. You can determine, hey, what kind of rate you want to give them and offer the life insurance. Not that hard, guys. Throw it out there and offer it. All right, I'll take some questions, which we don't have a lot. I'm surprised. Okay, let's go with Luis. Let's put Luis's on here. Here we go. Luis, I have a question about Facebook leads and close rate. Okay. What's a good expected close rate? Man, it is all over the board. All that I can tell you on Facebook and social media is you have to be freaking quick. Okay. If you are not calling them within minutes, your ability to get a hold of them decreases quickly. Remember, think about what people do on Facebook. Think about what you do on Facebook. Man, you could be driving, whatever, of course, everybody does it. And you're just like, click, you're going through, ooh, life insurance, health insurance, blah, blah. They click it to give you information and then they're off to something else. Okay, eventually it gets kind of crazy. Okay, it gets where, they're off to puppies, they're off to whatever. So you've got to get a hold of them quickly within minutes. Now, here's what we have already in place. So Agent CRM is the CRM that I use. Ivan, can you share that information on Agent CRM, please? If you don't have a CRM, you got to get a CRM. And I created a workflow already. So when somebody goes to Facebook, okay, let's see here. Let me share. Ivan may be with a client. Let's see here. Do we have an Agent CRM? I do. Perfect. Okay. I am sharing the affiliate link for Agent CRM right now. But what it does is it listens to your Facebook ad. You have to connect it. And the tech people at Agent CRM can help you with that. But you connect it. Once it's connected, when somebody types something in, it automatically is added as a contact in your CRM. You don't have to do anything. It's auto done. Then it sends them a text and an email, as well as also sending you a text and an email. Okay. So it sends them a text, says, hey, lead, you were on Facebook or you were on social media, clicked on my ad. I'm going to call you here in a few minutes. You have to warn them. How many times do you get a call, guys, and you don't recognize the number and you decline it? Okay. I do it all the time. Okay. Not as often as I should, because I have a lot of agents calling me and I don't have them listed as my contacts yet. Okay. But most of the time I'm like, I don't want to talk to any more people, man. Okay. So let them know that you're going to call them and that you're going to call them from this number. That way they can recognize it, and tell them I'm going to call you in a minute. So you're prepping them. And then what the CRM does, the CRM calls you, you accept it, and then the CRM connects you with that lead. Minutes, guys. You hear that little click? That's how quick it's doing it. Okay. And your close ratio, your contact ratio, which means your close ratio, should get better. Okay. Now, am I doing this? You know, leads are going to be coming at all times of the day and night. I mean, by the next day, your ability to get a hold of them decreases quite a bit. So I think speed is the key when it comes to any social media leads. You've got to be super quick. Now, let's say you don't get a hold of them. Well, the workflow is going to pound them for the next 2 weeks. Got to remember this also, guys. Okay. Very, very important that you know this. Okay. Man, it's been a long week. I had a thought on my mind. You know what? Let's go to some comments. I lost my train of thought. What is my train of thought? It'll come to me. It happens with age. All right. So how many can you close, Luis? It's really hard to say, man. I wish I had hard numbers. I will tell you this, that a lot of agents focus on their cost of acquisition, CTAs, blah, these. I'm just like, you know what? Here's the way I look at it. If you're paying $20 a lead, okay, and you close one out of, okay, so let's just say you close one hit. And I'm going to lowball the commission. Let's just say it's $20. It's $240. And you're paying $20 a lead. You got to close 1 out of 12 just to break even. But that's based on one hit. Now, if you cross-sell dental vision, if you cross-sell indemnity, life insurance, well, then I guess the 1 out of 12 may go to 1 out of 15. But what if you close 2 hits, 3 hits? Well, then maybe it's 1 out of 30 for you to get your ROI back. So it really depends. I don't watch it as closely as I should, but we're writing business. That's all I can say. Yesenia, let's go to Yesenia's comment here. Yesenia, Luis, when a carrier contract reads commissions are paid 5% of the premium, is that before the PTC or what the member pays? It is before. I just say it's a total premium. It's not what the member pays. So let's say the premium is $2,000 and the member gets subsidies of $1,900. So they're only paying $100. You're going to get commission on the $2,000, not the $100. Okay. Very few carriers are doing that. The only one that I am aware that does that is Scott & White, and they're not even appointing new agents anymore. Okay. But everybody else pays on a per member per month basis. But you'll have some few every now and then that will pay on a commission basis. The only one I'm aware of is Scott & White. All right, super cool. Guys, I'm trying to think here of what else I have. Oh, I'm going to tell you about this one deal, guys. I call it the community. We created the community. We're adding agents. You may want to consider joining our community. It's $50 a month. All right. Why join? Well, number one, if you're out there on an island by yourself, you want to be part of a group and be able to bounce ideas and ask for help and get some support. We are actively monitoring that community. What we do a lot is when an agent posts a question, if it's simple enough, we just give you the response. If it's complicated, I shoot a video, send a video. Everybody gets to learn from everybody else's questions. Secondly, and we like doing this, is we run scenarios with you. A lot of you all are new agents out there and you have you don't know what to do. Well, that's what we're doing in the community. I get questions often. Hey, Luis, here's the scenario. What would you do? Okay, based on the data you gave me, I'll give you what I think we would do, and then you can run with it. But at least it gives you a base, to a solid foundation to build on. And we're doing more stuff right now. We're focusing on that. But after we get out of AEP and OEP, we're going to run seminars to help grow, or masterminds, which I do every week. We're going to be doing that to help you guys grow. We'll be bringing in agent professionals for business, accounting, finances. We'll bring in lead vendors. Carrier reps. We're really going to try to do a lot in that group. Right now, it's all focusing on you guys and the questions that you have. But then once we get out of this season, we're going to focus on growing, really, really growing our base. That's going to be the game plan. So come join us, guys. There is on the thread down at the bottom. In fact, what I will also do is I'm going to share it here on the link. Think about coming here. It's $50. I truly do think that you'll get your money back. Okay. Knowledge, support. You get to hang out with us. I really think you'll get it back. It's $50 a month, $12 and change a week. I bet you blow that in a cup of coffee. You add all that double cream, double whatever, at Starbucks. Okay, but it's definitely going to be worth it. All right, I don't see any more questions, guys. Hope you got a little something out of it. Hit me up. Let's see here. We got a little comment. If we can help you get two. Oh, you know what? Hell yeah. I didn't even think about that. If we somehow get you 2 cells that you would have never gotten, it pays for your annual membership. 2. That's it. If we help you get 2, man, that helps you on your, it pays for it. And I'm confident that we can help you do that. Okay. So come join us, guys. I think you'll find it beneficial. All right. If we don't have any more questions, guys, I got to roll. We got to hit that 800 mark. Right now, I'm looking at my chart. It hasn't moved at all. We're still at 755. So we're not going to take any kind of restroom breaks or any kind of breaks until we hit the 800 mark. That is my goal. All right, guys. See y'all later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.